Welcome to Sydney. And how come it's taken you so long to get here?
Well, fear mainly, Joel. We're easily intimidated by groovy people.
Yeah.
And
well, Newtown's the place to be if you want to be intimidated by groovy people.
Yeah, there's a university here with some heritage, I believe, and very much the Ivy League sort of university vibe. And I've never fitted in with that crowd, Joel. I'm more your sort of outer suburban TAFE kind of guy, But so far the alarm bells haven't gone off, so with any luck, I won't be deported for, thinking that a Chinese restaurant is a sophisticated night out.
I actually bumped into Peter Garrett out the front, and he couldn't get a ticket.
Really?
Yeah, he couldn't get a ticket, and he asked me.
Are you pulling my leg there, Joel?
No, I'm being serious. And he said, "What's the root sound?" And I said, "The root sound is." Think of the Mulray Gang mixed with a little bit of the Mavises mixed with a little bit of Savage Garden. Is that fine?
Yeah, that's pretty much, I was hoping people wouldn't spot our influences quite so rapier-like as you have, Joel, but there you go. Actually, I saw Tim Rogers out the front, and that's truth as opposed to the tissue of lies you've just weaved. I couldn't believe it. Like, we were actually talking about Tim Rogers as we came up on SydneyCharterbus.com. I'd like to do a little product placement here if I could.
In the barrel of the camera and then, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen of Sydney, SydneyCharterbus.com. Find out about your own hometown. No, SydneyCharterbus.com is run by a guy who likes me so much that he came to the airport. I really was hoping he'd have a piece of paper with route written on it. You know how the guys turn up with it?
Yeah.
But no, he didn't. But anyway, so we were rocking along in this oversized bus, because there's only 5 of us, and there was Tim Rogers outside the venue, and the first song we're playing tonight, which is called I Hang Out With the Guys in Jet's Uncle, has a line which refers to Tim Rogers in it. So it was quite apt. Where am I going with this?
I have no idea. It's a segue. But well, now that you brought up Tim, and we're talking about song titles, I suppose,
yes.
Was for those out there and the 4 people that will see this on the internet tomorrow or for the next 6 months, you have a song title called "I Wish I Was Tex Perkins."
Yes.
And which one of does Root influenced by Tex, or do you have a big crush on Tex, or do you wish you were Tex Perkins?
Yeah,
as a matter of fact.
Yeah, good question, Joel. You've got to the heart of the matter. Hot knife through butter that you've done. The thing about Tex Perkins is a symbol, a cipher. I don't really want to be Tex Perkins because he's probably got bowel cancer, and who wants that shit? So I don't actually literally want to be Tex Perkins, but to get a little serious with you now, Joel, I have found in conversation with a lot of the women that I know that these women are intelligent, literate women who have very successful positions in organisations that do good for society. So I have the utmost of respect for these women. These women don't take shit from fuckwit males, right? And all of them have professed this inner desire, this sort of slight bit of fancying of Tex, and that's where it kind of that was the wellspring for this song. So Tex Perkins is the kind of person I can never be. I can never be that sort of person that makes women
moist.
Yes, Well, yeah, but without a lot of work, I have to spend half an hour trying to drag in as many sort of Oscar Wildean type lines as I can, and even then, there's some doubt as to whether the girl will take me home. She'll probably opt for the Tex Perkins guy, on her way out. That sort of door grab. We call it the door grab. Like when you're so pissed that on your way out you sort of go, yeah, fuck, you'll do, and I'm the victim. I'm the victim of the door grab. I'm like the sort of, I'm sort of like the midfield player who does all the hard running. Backward and forward, bursts up the wing, does a fabulous kind of, triple pirouette, and crosses the ball, and then Tex just taps it in, and he gets the He gets the headline, yeah.
He's like the Barry Hall of the music industry, basically.
Well, he is, that's right, yeah, Barry Hall, yeah. Obviously without the anger management sort of issues, but yeah, so that's the thing about Tex Perkins, really. I've never met Tex Perkins. I don't wish to meet Tex Perkins, but yeah, Tex Perkins is that guy in Year 10 who, you know, who the girl, you know, you'd see him walking across the schoolyard, you know, with Marie, that girl who you have longed for years and who's really smart. And you go, fuck, Marie, what are you doing, you know? That's what Tex is all about. Good on him, really. I mean, if I could be him, I'd sell all this crap.
I'd be Tex Perkins' drummer.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Tony Martin's a big fan. Why didn't you bring Tony with you?
Well,
because I saw a couple of clips on
probably would have, you know,
on YouTube.
way of me chatting up.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah, did you? He was. You guys were, I think, like album of the year on his Triple M radio. But I don't think they would have played you though, would they?
Oh no. Yeah, Tony Martin is a jewel in the fecal infested world of you know, if you think rock is bad, comedy is worse. You know, comedy is. I did actually write a song about a dream where I had. You know, the Grim Reaper had risen above me, and suddenly I was pushed through a door and I was on the stage of Thank God You're Here, full of all these terrible, you know, incredibly competitive comedians, you know, and in
they're all shit. Like honestly, Hamish and Andy, does that ring a bell at all?
Yeah, but geez, Joel, you know, they're good-looking boys and they're tall too, you know. Like, I mean, have you seen me? Look, check this out. 5'11" at best. What hope have I got? Older generation, clearly. If you have a look at my band on stage, you'll notice that even people within my own band are much taller than me. I look like Tattoo from Paradise. What is it? Fantasy Island. Oh, yeah. But anyway, yeah. I digress. But Tony Martin is. And this is not going to get me anything, so I want this to be clear. Tony Martin is head and shoulders above everyone else in that particular field, and yet he's also a nice guy. Yeah. Like, that is fabulous. Like, he didn't have to do any of that shit. You know, he honestly, genuinely was very supportive, and I talked to him a lot about, you know, my personal issues, and he helped me through that, you know, like the whole thing about sort of appearing in public for the first time as a 40-year-old, you know, he helped me with that. So, but he's actually really quite smart, and the fact that he was axed from Triple M was fabulous. Terrible for Tony, you know, steady income out the window, but just beautiful example of the horrible shitness of the world. You know, he was basically axed because he was too good. You know, he was axed because all these people were switching on to Triple M for that 1 or 2 hours and switching off. You know, so yes, he was and I'm not saying that because he supported my band or anything, but he is a genuine talent, and I hope that he re-emerges somewhere. You know, I think he's writing a book at the moment. So.
Yeah. Have you played at the Wally Mat?
How do you know about the Wally?
Oh, I know about the Wally Mat. Don't you worry about that. But have Root played at the Wally Mat yet?
No, God no.
Why not?
Last time I was at the Wally Mat was the first time I had an underage alcohol experience, and we bought 6 cans of Carlton Draft on the way to Greg Wilmot's party because his parents were away. He was living in Endeavour Hills, which is even more shit than Springvale. And I drank I drank the 6 cans of Carlton Draft before anyone had got there, and I started to feel sick. So I retired to Greg Wilmot's bedroom and spent the entire party lying on the bed. You know, that sort of cold turkey-like feeling when you first had alcohol. You know, you can't stand up, you want to sit down, and when you sit down, you want to stand up. So I was lying on the bed, groaning, whilst Greg Wilmot and all his friends were bringing girls in and out for some sort of knee tremblers, you know. That was my first alcoholic experience, and you know, it stood me in fabulous stead for a life of songs, really. But so that's the Wally Mat, as far as I'm concerned. Other than, you know, the occasional jug of beer flying through the window thrown by an Indigenous woman who's just beaten up 3 bouncers, that's pretty much your Wally Mat experience.
Well, thank you very much for sitting with me in this stairwell tonight.
That's all right.
And I wish you the best of luck, and hopefully we can see you soon.
Thank you, Joel. Thank you very much for supporting an unknown and crap band like us. So I hope that one day you get a paid job.